Good evening, happy Friday evening. Yes, you know what time it is. It's 2 minutes past 10. It's the takeaway with me, TalkMU, and special guest, superstar Guna, extraordinairess, Miss Melina. Guys, she's a Guna. Take it easy on her. This is the takeaway. Talk. I would normally introduce you first, but I'm not going to today.
No need.
Today. Miss Melina, how
Thank you
are
so
you?
much, Mr. B, for having me on the show and talk. It's lovely to share a platform with you again. It was great backstage when we couldn't hear you talk, though. I'm not going to lie, it was wonderful.
Okay, you know what's going down here. Come on, finish it.
But Mr. B, it's lovely to share a platform with you. For once to see you smiling and not raging on a watch along. But I'm looking forward to the show, lads.
Well, look, let me just get the watch along part of it. That was the Ollie. That was the Ollie phase. I'm now in the Teg Hag phase where it's a lot more peaceful, a lot more serene. My brain understands and can comprehend
Hold on,
what's
Mr.
going
B.
on now.
Can I just
I know you're good. Oh no.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone, Mr. B. Let's just rewind a bit, bro. What? There was a certain game me and you covered on a watch along. Well, what was it? Which game was it? Was it Brentford where we we lost it a little bit, just a bit.
Yeah, you guys a bit. You sure it was just a bit?
Okay. Okay.
Moving on swiftly.
Thank you very much. See, right on cue, Miss Melina. Talk, man. Come on now. Don't let the
Let's
side
have a word.
down.
Let's have a word from the sponsors, bro.
Yes. Are you giving the word or am I giving the word?
Yeah, I'll go with the flow with the word.
Thank you very much.
The word on the street says that the Man United agenda is now sponsored by, you know who? Global Mapping Surveys, folks. When Mr. B adds it in, I'm waiting, Mr. B.
Oh shit! I did what? I can't. It's not on here.
Hold on. I'll do it. Hold on.
It's not on here.
There it is. Boom. Global Mapping Surveys are our sponsor now, folks. As you know, currently assisting architects and property developers and construction companies all over the country, offering a wide range of services such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning and monitoring. The link is in the description for the website and the contact details. So if you need their services, check them out. Thank you.
Right. So before we go any further, Eddie Football Waffle, we see you. Miss Melina, I see you twice. Mr. Bassett, get what? Mr. Bassett, get well soon, man. Hopefully, you're not going to be too low on a Christmas, man. MUFC, Miss Kalula, we see you. UK Strains, big up.
Big G.
Big G. Right
Hi,
on
Big
cue.
G.
How you doing, man? Right. So talking, you know what they're here for. Look, they don't really, they haven't come to see us. So look, let's get it up. Let's give them a little taste. Right. Give them a little taster.
Yo, I'm on there as well. Big up on Monday.
Mr. G's called you Mr.
Have you seen what he's called you, Mr. B? Look, Mr. Broccoli, bro. It's getting closer. That moment.
Listen, can I just say something? PSG are sniffing around Fred. Guess what's going to be happening in January?
Joking.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Right, Fred. I need Fred to score before then.
Listen, when I heard that, I just thought, oh Lord, no more broccoli talk from any of you guys in the chat, boy. Solo's going to be heartbroken, but it's all right.
Where's the link? Where's this link with PSG for Fred coming from, the rock?
Look, Solo's already here.
I know. There he is. So, as soon as you mention Fred's name, Solo appears. Like out of the ground, bam. You know what I mean? Bam. You can be talking about Solo in the takeaway, and Solo will just appear and be like, take Fred names out of your mouth.
And Harry Maguire for OMONDI.
Yes.
No, listen, there's going to be no Maguire slander until he's earned it. As I said, they're all on a clean slate, like everybody on the agenda. Right. It's that time, guys.
Right, now then, let's just cast our mind back to last week. We know who won last week. Who was it again, Mr. B?
You know what happened? I had one of those. I watched Men in Black. and they flash my eyes, and I've completely forgotten. I've completely
You've
forgotten everything.
I'll remind you then, Mr. B. We all know who won. I won for once. Talk won one of his own spotted balls, and you know how it rolls, folks. All you got to do is tell me which number square you think the majority of the ball is in. That's all you got to do. So to look at the image, look at it closely, and then try and determine where you think the ball is. Pop your number in the chat, and then at the end, we will reveal all and see who's actually got it right. And Melina, I can see, look at that intense, concentrated look from Melina now.
Because last week, I got the answer right last week, but what had happened was my keyboard got stuck and I pressed the wrong button.
I love that one.
Yeah.
So I did get it right, Talk. It's just, can you give us a clue for this one at least? Because it's the holidays.
I'll give you a clue. All right, then. I'll give you a clue, seeing as though it's the holidays. Okay. It's one of those squares with the numbers in. That's about as good as it gets. Oh, there's some numbers already in there. Quickly. Ooh, okay. All right.
I'm going to go 10. It looks like it's coming from a corner kick. So.
Okay. Well, you can stick with that, or you can, change your mind a little bit later on. But there it is, folks. So, yeah, you can have a look at that. And then we'll come back to it shortly once we get cracking with the show.
Well, Matty McFace, big up, bruv. We see you, man. We see ya. Right. So look, as Melina's on, obviously, we're only going to be talking about one thing.
No.
Or a few things. Well, look, no. Let's show her a level of respect, I suppose, here.
Yeah.
So Melina, at the moment, your team are top of the league.
Sick, Mr. B.
Guys, don't forget.
Mr. B, I have connection problems. I can't hear you. Can you say that again, please?
Oh, Mr. B, don't say it again. I'm going to bark up, bro.
No. I will. At the moment, Arsenal are top of the league. Now, if it was Man City who were top, or Newcastle who were top, or even Manchester United who were top, I would like to think that an Arsenal fan channel would show the same level of respect. Now, the only reason I'm showing this level of respect is because it's you, Miss Melina.
I know.
So I'm trying to be very professional here. I've got my sick bag here. I can see my son looking at me thinking, Dad,
what has happened to you?
Yeah, you normally swear when you talk about Arsenal being top. But look, Melina, you're top at the moment. Obviously, I would assume you've been really happy with your form. First part of this third of the season's gone?
Yeah, first 14 games are gone. Yeah.
Can you see yourself, can you see Arsenal keeping it up? Can you see yourself winning the league? And how far will you drop? What's the worst position? What's the worst position after you've been leading the league for so long and you've got your trophy already? What's the lowest position that you would like to expect to finish in?
All right, Mr. B, before I go, I think Talk wants to say something. So
before I
start cooking.
Yeah, go on.
B,
before you start cooking, I'm going to ask you in a different way. I'm going to say, how many wheels are going to come off?
I'm going to cook you both together, so be prepared. It's a 2-for-1 special. And you know how this is a takeaway? I'm cooking the takeaway. So if Arsenal fall off, our fall off in the Premier League will not be bigger than Jadon Sancho's fall off with Ten Hag.
Ooh.
That's right. Now, on to the actual part of the season. Guys, let's be realistic here. I mean, Arsenal at the start of the season, I said we would finish third. I said third place is a wonderful, stellar season for us. And if we win a trophy, for me, it's the Europa League. This was my expectations at the start of the season, was third place and a Europa League trophy. I thought, you know what? That's a massive achievement considering we finished 8th, and 5th. Now, with the squad that we have and not considering the signings we made in the summer, the recruitment that we had was really, really good. The signings we made was quality signings. Even if it wasn't necessarily the biggest name player on the back of the shirt, like Tomiyasu, certain signings we had, like Fabio Vieira, they brought power into our squad. But I think one thing we need to take account to is we are overachieving with the squad that we have and the signings that we have. I do understand, you all know, we have a massive injury blow with Gabriel Jesus, our main striker, being unavailable for 2 months, 2 to 3 months, depending on how long he'll take to recover. With that being said, I still think it's only 14 games into the season. I'm not going to discredit us. However, for me, it's clear as daylight that we need reinforcements in the squad. Even before Jesus got injured, we still need a winger. We still need a backup to Thomas Partey, because that guy, ever since he put on an Arsenal kit, he's been made out of glass. One touch and he's already wrapped up in cotton wool. Our players go down faster than a hooker in red light district. But with that being said, I think a lot of these games, I never expected something from Arsenal this season was when we go a goal down, bar the Man United defeat at Old Trafford. Yes, you guys got your win with Rashford on the counterattack twice. I'll give you that. And I did give you guys your dues during that game. The thing with Arsenal this season is when we go a goal down, we're able to come back into the team and be that resilient team that I've never seen so much hunger in our team. So much hunger that even Marcus Rashford cannot feed the kids with. And that's something that we have, this resilience and this firepower in the team, but also Arteta got rid of a lot of the toxic energy in the dressing room, the leaks that we had in the dressing room. And I think that's where you start building a cohesive team. When you have leadership, when you have unity, when you have players like Xhaka, players like Partey, players like Zinchenko and the likes of Ben White, pulling in the same direction and able to take one for the team. I think last season, that defeat from top four, not getting top four, but also losing to Tottenham away from home. We haven't won at their ground in many years, the same way they haven't won at our ground in many years. Last season, losing to Brighton, losing to Newcastle, and the way our top four hopes just slipped away. That's something that really hurt the boys and us fans, that this season for us to be at the top of the league by Christmas, considering, just 2 seasons ago, we were 14th in the Premier League. We were really at rock bottom. So to see this improvement so far, I'm really happy about it, but I want to see, can we be consistent and continue it when it matters in the business half of the season? Yes, Eddie Nketiah does have to perform, with the team that we have. However, in January, for me, it's recruitment needs to be on top of their game, and either a backup striker, maybe a forward like Joel Felix on a 6-month loan, and a winger like Mudryk is someone we're targeting, and Arteta has been after for a while. I won't question Arteta's talent ID. I think that's something he's got spot on. And I had to eat a lot of humble pie over the summer with the likes of Ramsdale. I thought, this guy's been relegated 3 times. He's not good enough. And for me to see, the way he's been keeping clean sheets back-to-back games, that's just something. But this whole striker situation, I know a lot of people are panicking with Nketiah, but I think Nketiah is not a young player. It's his time to either perform and shine, or, he's on his way out. And the only reason I think Arsenal gave him a new contract was the fact that we don't lose him on a free, and we would get money for him, 15 to 20 million, whatever it may be, if we sell him. With that being said, when Eddie Nketiah played in that Europa League where he was really poor, he didn't necessarily have the first team leadership and the players around him. He didn't necessarily get a lot of game time under his belt. But with that being said, there's no excuses. He's not a youngster. He needs to deliver. And when he's called upon, he really needs to rise up to the occasion. And that's now or never. Thank you, Mr. B, for asking me about my club and at least showing me the respect. I know if this was off camera, you'd be cussing and cursing and raging. So you read my mind, Melina. We all know you. We all know you both damn well. So I'll enjoy this 1 hour of respect, and then off camera, I'll take the heat back.
Talk.
Yes, bro.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Melina's 27-minute waffle there?
So yeah, listen, I mean, obviously Melina knows her club better than I do. There's no two ways about that. And yes, Arsenal, the start they made to the season. And Melina, do you remember that conversation we had a little while
long
ago?
Time ago? Yes.
Yeah, we was talking about World Cup and blah blah blahs. Now it seems that one of those things that we talked about has actually come true, which is, i.e., Jesus being injured. Now then,
yes,
I mean, we know what he does on the pitch and everything else, but it's not just what he does on the pitch, or Zinchenko for that matter. I think we can all agree, and all of us can see that Zinchenko and Jesus, when they signed for Manchester City, they brought in a new mentality of their own into the club, which, that was quite obvious for everybody to see. So I think it was great. That was good business on the part of Mikel Arteta and obviously Arsenal Football Club. So it's now, like I said, I think I said to you yesterday in the chat, is now is the time where they're going to see, going through this period now of games, this sort of congested period of games that are coming up, just, without Jesus, how strong has that mentality shift been from those players for the rest of the squad, and how can they remember it and go, you know what, I know he's not in the squad, but we know what he brings to this team, the energy, the movement and everything else, and blah, blah, blah. So we need to preserve that, and we need to carry that into these games. I'll just ask you the question, are they going to do that? Do you think they can do that?
Personally, I feel the second team that we play isn't really necessarily good enough for us to bring them into the starting 11. And, this business half of the season, every game feels like a North London derby, especially when you're trying to compete with the likes of Manchester City and give them a run for their money. Yes, we don't have the oil money funding that Man City have, and we don't have the difference between us and Man City is even on the bench, Man City have first team quality players on the bench, whereas we don't necessarily have that quality off the bench. We have, academy boys growing into that first team. And, I'm not making excuses for my team. I really think this January recruitment is a make it or break it for us. And I know all of you and your nans are waiting for the wheels to fall off when we play, West Ham, Brighton, and Newcastle, our next 3 fixtures. I know all of you are waiting to see the wheels fall off. I think one thing that I'm going to say, though, even when Jesus was not scoring and performing, people said, oh, Jesus is a big miss. But even when he wasn't scoring, he was still helping in other ways of creating chances for us. And most of our goals were not necessarily coming from our striker. It was coming from the midfield or coming from the attack, mostly from our midfield, actually, or from set pieces. So this is something we've improved immensely on set pieces. And that goes to our set piece coach. We used to be terrible on set pieces. So that's something I want to give mention to. But I do think this January window upcoming is something we really need to take note of. And Arteta actually mentioned that in his interview with Jamie Carragher, that, they're aware the squad is very thin. There's no way you can compete with a league with just 2 strikers, a guy who sometimes shows up and sometimes doesn't. With that being said, as long as Eddie Nketiah is wearing the Arsenal shirt, I will back him for the 90 minutes that he plays, because that's still my player. I know a lot of people aren't his biggest fan, but as long as he's wearing the shirt, I will back him. And I hope that, that 100K he's on, he will live up to that. We have yet to see it in the Premier League. Hopefully we do.
All right, look, before we go any further, can we go through some of these messages? But the first one is to Matthew Bassett. He's just sent a fiver. He hasn't said anything. So I'm going to assume that he had love signs and big hugs for Mr. B, a bird for Melina, and
a fridge for me.
Yeah, and a fridge full of chocolate for a fridge full of chocolate for Talk. Can we go through some of these messages?
Yes,
please,
big up, Matthew. I didn't know he wasn't feeling too great.
Yeah, so I hope you feel better soon, Matthew. Get well soon.
Right, let me get to some of these starred comments. Obviously, we see there's numbers. I won't go to them just yet, but Kalula says, you're not that lucky, Mr. B. I don't know what that was referring to, but here we've got King Ezra Media. Big up to you, bro. He says, Arsenal is taking this trophy. Xhaka taking player of the season.
Thank you, Ezra.
Do you know him? Yeah, is he an
That's
Arsenal fan? Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. UK Strains saying Arsenal will finish 4th. United finish 3rd. He knows where it's at. UK Strains. He can see into the future. You see, Melina. We're on it.
I feel like vomiting.
It's always media house. You can't do it into my bucket, Melina, because mine's already full, right? There's always media house saying I'm more worried about Newcastle than Arsenal. Ooh, that's very true.
Actually, Newcastle are ahead of their process.
Well ahead.
Of course, Melina. It's because they have the money, but their recruitment was quality.
But I mean, if you if you just go and look at their
5 wins, wow.
You know, so they got the 5 wins on the bounce there, and there's no other team that's got it. So I mean, yeah, they are going to be, I think, but in the same breath, I just think that, like you just said, they are way ahead of the process, and they're way ahead of themselves as well. I think they are literally playing out of their skin, and that's their ceiling right now. And I just think that they are due to slip also. So I don't think it's just going to be Arsenal that is going to take a slip. We got Rush Mano in the building. Yo, big up Rush Mano. Big up to you, bro. Emma Kay saying Sancho is going through mental issues. It's not funny.
Sorry, it was just a joke. I didn't know he was going through. It was just banter. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all cool. It's all cool. Kalula saying at King Ezra Media, they ain't taking it after the January transfer window, in my opinion. Matt Face, I always struggle with that name, man. Big up, bro. He says at MK, good comment. If that's what it's. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Sorry. Don't worry. It's been starred. It's not a predator. Just don't worry. Don't worry.
Jesus is injured, and only Saka is a real threat.
Martinelli.
Jack has been having a great season too. So, but we need them to stay fit. If Partey gets injured, we are screwed. We are one injury crisis away from, another injury crisis away from, and again, Reece Nelson's injured too. So.
Is he?
King Ezra.
Yeah, Reece Nelson got
get through these comments and then we'll come back to that. King Ezra Media says at Kalula, I believe if we recruit a striker to replace Gabriel Jesus, we can take it. Let's have a look what else we've got. On Monday in the building.
No faith in your main striker.
He's saying 22nd of Jan, prepare for part 2 of our killing spree. We own Arsenal and feed the club.
On.
Jokes aside, they are great so far this season. Big up. You know what, Melina, you know it. Listen, Melina, you know it. Mr. B knows it. I know it, but you're denying it. Don't deny it now because it'll hurt even more. You know what I'm saying? Don't accept it now.
I think the boys are very confident, and they will use the hurt from last season to take as firepower into this season. We'll deal with you when we play you at home, Doc. Don't worry.
Look, CR37 would be perfect. Monday saying, Eddie, hit the post v Juve with a basically open goal. Feel for him, but now it is time to shine if he can. Rushmano isn't Andy Carroll free at the moment. My Big G saying it will be interesting if Ben White is dropped after getting sent home from the World Cup and two pairs of eyes. I love those eyes emojis, the quality, aren't they? Kalula saying, I guess Arsenal
is a violation.
Just has to wait for a Chelsea player when they leave Chelsea. Ooh, Kalula's bringing it on fire. Emma Kay saying the wheels will fall off at some point, though. Your manager is learning on the job. You can respond in a moment. Matthew Bassett saying nothing but love for everyone. Yeah, big up Matthew, man. We hope you're all right, bro. Another one, Animal. Yo, big up Animal. Is that like Animal off the? Was it the Muppet Show? Yeah, man, that was quality. I used to love Animal on the drums. Yeah, quality. Arsenal have to play West Ham, Tottenham, Brighton, MUFC, City twice without Jesus, and then lots of. Are they crying?
But we have a transfer window. It's laughing emoji.
Melina. So I'm gonna take a lot of Arsenal fans have no faith in Jesus, but they're worried, saying that you lot need a replacement.
Yes.
Is it that much? Is it that important? And what date are you putting? Because obviously, I'm not sure a forward have been on the Arsenal radar if Jesus wasn't injured.
Well, no. To be honest, if Jesus wasn't injured, I don't think the forward would have been in the radar in January. It definitely would have been in the summer. There's no way you go into Champions League football, even if we were in top 4. We end the season in the top 4, right? There's no way you go to play Champions League football when you have more fixtures, when with just one main striker. Usually, you have to have backups. You have to have reinforcements in your squad, and our squad is very, very thin at the moment. We are eyeing Joao Felix for a 6-month loan and obligation to buy at an 8 million transfer fee. I think that's a steal. And keep in mind, when you're signing a striker to play second fiddle, the likes of Ivan Toney would have been great, but I don't want to bet on that, ironically. And someone like Mitrovic, I just don't see him leaving Fulham. And the other options like Victor Osimhen, there's no way he would leave Napoli in January when they're trying to win the league in their own. With that being said, great question. If Jesus didn't get injured, I still think we would have gone after a striker in the summer window when there was more options available, and of course more money to spend in the summer, and also more players are willing to leave in the summer at the end of the season rather than in the business half of the season. So that's something to take into account.
Let's just have a look at the Boxing Day fixtures. So these are the fixtures for Boxing Day, folks. Now, as you can see, Arsenal have got West Ham. Now, West Ham currently sat in 16th with a lose record before the season stopped for the World Cup. So they're not on a great run at all. And you compare that with Arsenal's, I think that, would you agree, Melina? That's a great game to get you back into the swing of things in the Premier League, considering the form.
West Ham, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not really nervous. I don't know why certain Arsenal fans are panicking over West Ham. It's bloody West Ham. I get it. They have Lucas Paqueta, but they have injuries as well. They don't have a striker. Skamaka's injured. Antonio's injured because of one of their friendlies they played. Those two are injured and out. But we also have injuries of our own. I still think we can do the job. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. I'm rather confident. Felix does play as a forward, so I just want to get that out there in the chat. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. In regards to your game, you're playing Nottingham Forest. I think you guys are going to wipe them off the park. I really hope they can win.
I think we're going to murder them.
They signed everybody and their grandma to try to stay up in the Premier League. And I don't know, the wheels, I don't know if the wheels have fallen off or never been on there in the first place. But the game I'm looking forward to this week in particular is Tottenham-Brentford. Are Brentford going to play without even Tony? What's going to happen there? And then
no, they're going to play. They're going to play with Tony. I can't see them not playing without Tony.
Yeah, he's their main guy, so they have to. I think that's the game I'm looking forward to. And I hope Leicester could take points off of Newcastle, but I don't see it happening either. Newcastle have way too much firepower.
Yeah, Newcastle have the way they're playing under Eddie Howe at the moment is the question we've got though with Newcastle is, obviously we're early in the season, so when it gets to a more, how should we say, business end of the season, that's when I think Newcastle are going to face real problems. I don't see a plan B with Eddie Howe, if I'm honest. Just don't see it. So we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, I mean, those Boxing Day fixtures are, there's some the Aston Villa, Liverpool. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Arsenal. What's that?
Saliba is available to play. He returned from.
He's got Marvin the Martian up there.
Oh,
that's Marvin the Martian, isn't
okay.
it? Oh shit! My laptop switched off. Oh bugger! Hello.
No, you're still there, Mr. B.
We can still hear you, Mr. B.
What the
But yeah, so there's the Boxing Day fixtures. Arsenal, West Ham. Arsenal are going to just absolutely torment West Ham. I can see.
Well, look, while they're up here, guys in the chat, I know this isn't betting. This isn't to make any money. It's just are we seeing a Liverpool win against Villa, which obviously impacts on us, although Liverpool are very low. Can we see a Newcastle? Can we see a Leicester holding Newcastle? Can we see Arsenal beating West Ham? And look, we're just going to take it as one that we're going to beat Forest.
In terms of the Liverpool, I mean, look at the game yesterday against Manchester City. Erling Haaland, it takes him, 9 minutes to come on and score? I was like, whoa, okay. This is not going to end well for Liverpool. Bam. Then, I don't know how many minutes it was. Liverpool went to the end and wallop, scored. And then really quickly again, Manchester City come and scored. And then Liverpool scored. And you're like, what? This is a crazy game. It's a crazy game. I was listening. I was like, wow, this is amazing. It sounds amazing.
And Darwin Núñez missing a lot of chances.
Yeah, Darwin Núñez. I mean, Darwin Núñez, did you say? Núñez. I don't know who he is. I have no idea who this kid is. I keep hearing stuff about him, but I ain't seen him yet. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know. I just think maybe, if I'm honest with myself, I just think Liverpool are going to have the bit proper between their teeth, and I think Villa are going to be in for a rough time on that.
I really hope Unai Emery can do a magic and do the job against them.
Yeah, I mean, he does have that ability, as we know, as Man United fans. Say no more. Anyway, I thought I'd say it before you'd say it, Melina. But let's get back to one of the main events here now. We've already added some numbers in the building, so now let's get some more. So, sorry, Mr. BR. There you go. Okay, folks, you know how it rolls. The ball is in one of those boxes. All you've got to do is tell me which box you think the majority, and that's important, the majority of the ball is in. Matty McMackface says, "So when you say business end of the season, you mean squeaky bum time, lol." Ha! Yeah, you know, like when it's like there's you know, most of the games have been played, and you're into like there's like I don't know 10 games or so, maybe 15 games left, 10 to 15 games left. Then it's like, right, okay, this is where things can start to turn really bad for teams.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's where, like I said, we'll see some drop-offs. We may see some serious drop-offs in this period we've got coming up, you know, very soon in this festive treat of football that we're going to be experiencing. We've got Zoe's Media House is going 307. Rushmano says, Rushmano says 10 if McTominay was playing. UK Strains is going for number 4. Let's start that baby up.
12.
And Melina, you're going for 12, yeah?
It's either 12 or 3, I think. Because he's running up to
number 10.
Animals going for number 10. Emma K in a building saying, I'm changing to Sue. There's loads of like.
Because 10 is like right by the audience, like the fans.
I mean, look, folks. I mean, I always say, look at it closely. Just look at it closely, and it might give you a clue as to, you know, where the ball is. People don't look at the boxes, and they probably just look at the players, but they don't look at what the players are doing or where they're facing or whatever. So look at it closely. Mr. B can, because he looks at it on his big screen, man.
I'm gonna go number 3.
Okay, you know it's a £5 a pop now for each time you change your mind, Melina. So you're already up to a tenner. That's happy days. Keep changing. That's all good. Only joking. Vincent Bullock's in there. He's going for number 3.
Hi, Vincent.
Mark Edmund, yo, big up all the way from down under joining us. Big up, bro. He's saying number 4. He's saying, oh, maybe 6. Ooh, okay. Big G is going for 12. Oh, Mr. B's been waiting for Big G.
Yeah, I know what number I'm choosing now. Funny enough, all of a sudden it's just magically popped into my head.
Yeah, you've been contemplating it, haven't you, all this time, and then all of a sudden, it's no coincidence that Big G is in there with his calm down. I'm old picture. It's one of the calm downers, isn't it, Mr. Big G?
Do you go?
I'm sticking with 8. It says Kalula. Vincent's saying hello to Melina.
Hi, Vincent.
Yes, interesting, folks. Okay, so there you go. We'll come back to that shortly. Let us now go to this next question from Mr. B.
5th and 6th. Obviously, we've got Arsenal finishing in a position in the top 4. I'll be fair. I'm going to put it out there. I started the season not negatively, but not expecting us to be playing how we're playing. The game we just came back and played, granted, I understand it was Burnley, but that was what I was hoping to have seen in the 2 preseason games with the players that we had available as in the system. Obviously, the levels that those players have aren't on first team level. I'm actually expecting, I'll be honest, I expect us to be pushing for second. I really do. I can see the chuckle on Melina's face, and it's going to be beautiful come the end of the season.
When you mean second from the bottom, right?
That's absolutely whatever position you feel. That
he was about to curse. He was so about to curse.
Whatever position you feel, if you feel it second from the bottom, then fine. But no, I do. I actually do feel that we're gonna finish. I think we're gonna finish second. The games going into games now. I'm being dead serious. We have who have we lost to top 4? Who have we lost to big 6? So-called big 6. We've taken points off everybody. You know, so I mean, even the Newcastle result at the time talk, we weren't very, very happy. We weren't happy at the time. And I said to you after the game, watch the rest of Newcastle's results, and they've kept on going. So even that result wasn't a bad one. I don't see. All right, yeah, we lost Brentford and Brighton. I don't see that happening again. I think there's a different mentality going through the club. So I'm going to say we're actually going to finish second.
Well, we're only 6 points off City. So, you know, I mean, like you say, the way we're playing, the continual improvement in the team, what's going on in terms of a mentality side of the game is great. We're seeing it. We're seeing the effects of Ten Hag and his coaching staff and his techniques and everything that he's bringing to the club. We're seeing it, and it's to see it turning around as quickly as we have. It's a great thing to see. And yeah, why not? Why can't we get a second? You know, again, this is all down to we're making jokes here and poking fun at everything. But what we are doing though, Melina, at the same time, and any other Arsenal fans here in the chat, is we're going off, you know, what we've seen in previous seasons. Under our
sorry. Animal said the same thing. Sorry to cut you off, talk. I'm looking for you.
No, that's all right.
Animal's got the same as me, right? City top.
Okay.
United second.
Arsenal third. United second. City top. Okay.
Yeah, I love Animal. I like you. Well, I really, really do like you, bro. Talk a lot of sense out there.
There's points to be had here for Arsenal. If Arsenal go through this run of fixtures now and get close to maximum points, I think that is at a moment then when we've got to start saying to ourselves, okay, maybe this is on for Arsenal. Because it's, again, I'm going back to that mentality, carrying that mentality over without Gabriel Jesus in the team. All right, it's down to the rest of the players. They've got to be able to pick themselves up and go, right, we can. We I know he's not in the team, but we know what we've been doing has been successful. It's working for us, and they've got to carry it through. Not panic, not start flapping if they go behind in games and all the rest of it. Just keep their cool and do what they do. Because we've seen they've been playing some fantastic football. We've got to say that as a football fan, as much as it pains me, you know, any rival team playing good football, it has to be mentioned that they are playing good football. But it is still at this stage a big if. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we've got to wait and see what happens. And again,
there's still a long way to go of the rest of the season too.
Of course there is, yeah. There's a long way to go. There's that, and do you know what? Look, it's like you've got to carry that. They have to carry that mentality and that performance levels right to the end. There's no resting point. This is not like you can have a pit stop. You know what I mean? You've got to
break
keep
was over
going.
after the World Cup. Exactly,
yeah. They've got to keep going. And again, I don't know. For me, again, I've been saying to you and Stephen Molina for ages, haven't I, about Arteta, that I think he's doing a great job, Arteta. I think he needed the time, he needed the backing, and blah blah blah, and he's getting both of those things, and it's starting to pay dividends. But again, as you said, not me, you know, you're overachieving, and when you do overachieve, it's like leading the race. You know, if you're leading the race, but you haven't got the longevity, you can't keep it going for that long, and then you get really close to the finish line, and your legs are gone, and then the ones who've been sort of just tailing behind you, who've saved their energy, just go see you and go right past you. This is what I'm looking at here for Arsenal. But again, this is only, you know, sort of judging from the previous seasons and everything else, and then you get to I can't remember exactly who you did sign, but those two signings in particular, Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, bringing what they've brought to the squad. Yes. It's quite clearly obvious, and you know, it was a great move. But again, we can only wait and see what happens. And I'm just looking forward to seeing the Premier League. I got a bit of a sort of taster last night, a little starter, shall we say, an aperitif with that game in the Carabao Cup, you know, and then the one what we played in Burnley. And so, but now I want that Premier League game against Forest, because I agree, whoever said they're going to get slapped.
So I watched your game yesterday. Was it yesterday? The Rashford free kick. I actually said, wow, like he I don't know if it's, you know, whatever it was, I gave credit to him, and I never do that. So yes, we can be unbiased when we want to, and give credit when and where it's due. I think that's something, being objective, right? And I want to say this: if United wins second, I will donate a United kit to the Man United agenda to do a giveaway. If United finish second this season,
flip it up.
So I keep my word. So Errol, if United finish second in this Premier League season, I will donate a United kit for you guys to do a giveaway, and I'll buy it myself.
Okay.
I am never going to wear a United kit in my life. I'd rather.
You know what?
That's all right. You don't have to do that. Omundi did one once. I had a picture come up on one of my
Mr.
social
B.
media feeds. Yes, I saw it. I'm going to comment on that in a minute. Omundi ended up kissing a Liverpool shirt. Now, I wouldn't make that bet. No, it was Liverpool. I wouldn't make that. Yeah, I wouldn't make a bet like that. So yeah, for you to offer to purchase one is perfect. And in regards to this, Big G, this broccoli bet is only to do with Fred. Once it's, I don't know how it came up, but it's now out there. PSG,
out there, Mr. B.
Do your thing, so that I don't have to be putting up with this anymore. And nothing else is being brought.
Errol's gonna come up in the chat again.
Yeah, of course he'll be back soon. Don't worry. He will be back soon. Talk. Can we get our oh bloody hell. Can we get the ball back up again before
here we go, folks. Let's get this, hide that for a moment. So there you go, folks. We've already had some numbers in the chat. We'll go through them shortly before we wrap the show. Melina has gone for box. Are you sticking with box 12, Melina?
I'm gonna go for box 3.
Okay, box 3.
If it's 10, I'm gonna be so pissed off because that was my initial.
Well, look, this is why you've got the opportunity now. Go with what your gut tells you. What does your gut tell you?
Oh my god! Now you're telling me to change.
I'm just telling. I'm just saying. Go with your gut. That's all. God, are you sticking with 3? 10. Sorry, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 it is. It's locked in. Mr. B, lock in your box, please.
I hate this game.
I'm gonna get it wrong. I hate getting it wrong, but I don't want to be a lot wrong. If it's like one square wrong, then it's all right. But I'm gonna go for number 1.
All right. Number 1 it is locked in, Mr. B. No changing now, bro. Right. There is no changing now, folks. So let me just go.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so mad if it's 10.
Okay, I'm gonna go from the bottom. I know. I'm gonna go from the bottom and go up. So Zoe's Media House is saying 3 or 7. You have to give us one or the other. Zoe, come on, you know how it rolls. Mark Edmund is going lock him in top number 11, says Mark Edmund. Okay.
I'm going 12. Sorry, I'm going 12. Sorry.
Hold the phone, Mr. B. So you're going 12. Okay, yeah, 12. That's it. You got to stick with it, bro.
Yeah.
Right, UK Strains, 4, locked in. Big G, 12. Mark Edmund, 11. I'm going at 11. Where we at? Let me just scroll on. It was easy to scroll up than to scroll down. Oh, yeah, here we go. Big G's 12. Yeah, that's right. Mark Edmund. No, you've had a few guesses, Mark, so I'm going to stick with what I've shown you. Vincent is going for number 3. Emma K is going, I'm changing to 2. Animal is going for number 10. UK Strangers got for number 4. Rushmano is 10 if McTominay was playing. We had that one. Any more? Let me just go scroll up a little bit more. I think there are some more. Matthew Bassett, have you got yours in, bro? I don't remember seeing yours.
Matthew.
Let me have a look. Let me just keep scrolling. Oh, yeah. Solo's going for number 8. Okay. Kalula's going for number 8. Emma K went for number 8, which she said she's going to change to 2. On Monday's going for number 8. Big G12 Solo. Solo changed, so he's sticking with what I've already shouted out. Matthew Bassett. I can't see one from you, Matthew Bassett. I'm going to go right to the end, bottom, and see if you're there. Stumper, yo, big up Stumps.
Hi, Stumps.
Going for number 7. Matthew Bassett, yeah, number 8 from Matthew Bassett. Big up, bro. Okay, folks. Right now, then that's it. Cut off time has come. Now then, I'm going to tell you which ones it ain't. We always like to do that, don't we? It's like that big moment. So
I know I got it wrong. So let's go.
It's not number 9. It ain't number 8 and it ain't number 10. It's not number 6, number 4, or number 5. It ain't number 1, number 7, or number 11. So that leaves that line of it's either number 2, number 3, or number 12.
What the hell?
Come on. It ain't number 3. So it's not number 3. So it's down between 2 and 12. Okay. And it is not number 12.
Oh,
It's not number 12.
What?
It's number 6.
Son of a bitch.
So well done, Emma Kay. She's the only one who got it. I was wounded when I seen you with that one. I thought I had it again.
And you know, Emma Kay just put 2 like for fun.
I know.
Well done, Emma Kay. Well done.
Well done, Emma. Okay.
Yeah, it's in number 2. And it's just
Right. At least I'm wrong by just 1 box.
yeah. 12 for sure. 12 for sure, says Mark. No, bro, it's not. Emma Kay's like, yay, I won. Yeah, we'll send you post. We'll send your prize through the post. Can't guarantee it'll arrive, but we'll send it anyway. But congratulations, Kalula says. Congratulations, everybody's.
Well done,
Emma Kay. She's stole it. She was the only one to put number 2. I was going to try and sway you from it as well, Emma, but I thought no.
Because the goalkeeper's looking the other way, like.
I know. But what's happened
is that's why Talk gets this.
It's because the ball's been attempted and it's been cleared over and it's actually in the air in box number 2, just above the goal. And so he's now then.
And the players are looking the other way, right?
Yeah, because they know the ball's safe out behind the goal, so they're now like, oh, what happened there? You know what I mean?
Well, you threw us
so
off.
it was. Rushmano saying so too was McTominay left foot. Yes, right. Folks, there we go. Let's bring that down.
Well, look, Talk. At least he didn't win.
Yes,
at least he didn't
win. Everybody's a winner when Talk doesn't win.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that one. Yeah, everyone's a winner when Talk doesn't win.
You're giving Mr. B ammunition now, Melina. Come on.
I like them. Miss Melina.
Yes.
Where can we find you, madam?
First of all, thank you for Mr. B and Talk, Errol, Omundi, everyone on the Man United Agenda, Rebel, Pat Lawless. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. If you're not already subscribed to the Man United Agenda, you're doing it wrong. Click that subscribe button. And do check out the sponsorship if you're interested in that stuff. It's in the description below. Follow them on social media, and we should see them soon, rising above and above. And, you know, I'm very proud of how far they've taken the channel so far and what's yet to come in the new year. I hope Man United fail at all costs. Before I get kicked off this panel, you can find me on Miss Melina. I do Arsenal tactical analyses, breakdowns, post-match reactions, and I do some Fantasy Premier League content. This was a really lovely show, guys. It's been a pleasure sharing a platform with both of you, and much love to everyone in the chat. Stay safe this holiday season and this long weekend. Drink responsibly if you're drinking, and have a great time with your loved ones.
Yeah, nice one, Melina.
Wow, look at you. See how you know, like how beautiful, you know, like just. Oh, Melina. Oh,
that's what Melina used to be. Listen, let me tell you, folks, Melina, I've been a good friend with Melina for a long time now. Right? We go way back now, way back in this digital domain we call the internet. Right? A long time. We've got each of us back at all costs. I know she's an Arsenal fan and I'm a Man United fan. That may seem weird, but it's a fantastic relationship and one I value greatly and I hold dear to my heart because she's a great girl. Top. And I was so worried about you when you wasn't well. I really was.
Yeah,
so
thank you a lot, everybody.
But listen, Melina, you're a great girl. You talk ball like Messi plays ball, right? So everybody, do us a favor, just go over to find Miss Melina and give her a subscribe, because like she says, there's going to be content there that you're going to like. So do us all a favor, go over there and give her a subscribe. Help support her on her channel. She works hard on her channel. She's worked hard on her channel for a long time. She's had to put up with some, how shall we say,
sherbet.
Yes, some seriously like strange people, but she's handled it in a really, really cool way. So, yeah, nothing but love and respect for you, Melina. You know that.
Thanks so much. Talk.
No worries.
Yo.
No worries.
Oh, shout out, Brush.
Brush. Yeah, big up, Brush.
We're the F way, you mate. You're 49 minutes late. We had a space on the channel. Yeah, we had chocolates stage and you never got none.
Yeah, bro.
Am I shaking again? What's going on there?
No, Brush, man, you missed spot the ball, bro. You missed spot the ball, but I'll take it. You would have said, I think Brush would have gone with box number 3, so you wouldn't have won anyway, Brush.
Big G says, Big G.
Miss Melina, you only have to flutter your eyelids and Mr. B crumbles. Yo. Yo. Big up Kalula. Big up MK.
Big up everyone in the chat.
Guys, look, this is the last show before Christmas. Please be safe. As Melina said, be responsible. I will be doing everything irresponsibly for the next 2 days, 3 days. That's just what I'm going to be doing. We do have a watch along on the 27th. I'm sure Solo will get a preview show up at some stage, so hit that notification bell, guys. From me, Talk, Miss Melina, everybody on the agenda, Merry Christmas. I ain't going to say Happy New Year because we're going to see all of you long before that. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the return. Cheers, guys.
Ciao.